Howdy and welcome back to the channel. I am Country Boy, and today we're going to be opening up something that's not quite a gargoyle, but all bad. We're talking about the Steel Clan robot from NECA. Yes, this is Whatcha Figure, and we are opening up the Steel Clan robot by NECA, the Gargoyles series. Yeah, this guy looks so cool. I couldn't wait to get one of these robot dudes. They're so menacing. I remember them on the show when Xanatos had these things created to take on the gargoyles. It's like, did you really have to make gargoyles of your own to take out gargoyles? I mean, that wasn't really necessary, was it? But I mean, it looks so cool. It's definitely a comic book thing you would see, and it works so well for the series. I love these guys, and I could technically buy a whole bunch of these and have like a whole army of them because he does have a whole bunch of them in the series. But I just needed one. I think one to represent all of them is going to be just fine. Who knows? Maybe I'll love this thing. I'll be like, yeah, maybe I'll buy 5 more. Who knows? Probably not, but maybe. Anyways, that's going to be what we're opening up today. So I guess without further ado, let's get to looking at the packaging. And here's the packaging for Disney Gargoyles Steel Clan Robot, the ultimate action figure. And as you can see, there's a whole bunch of different guys on here. I gotta kind of tip this thing to get it all in frame because it's a bigger box than all the other figures. It's a pretty big, hefty boy. Yeah, you can see all the other robots. You could totally get a whole army of these guys because they do usually work together as one big team to take out the gargoyles. And they look really cool. I like the menacing red eyes. They look so cool. Very Steel Clanny, if you will. Terrible joke there. And then we'll go to the side. There is an image of the figure itself, looking pretty cool, looking pretty menacing, definitely based off of the Goliath look, if you will. Really sweet. And then we'll go on the back here. You can see there's another big image of him right there, and then there's a whole bunch of images of the figure, ways you can pose him, other things it comes with, and there's all the other figures in the line so far, at least when this figure came out. And then there's another image of the figure. It's pretty much the same image as the other side, I believe. And then we'll go to the top and we'll take a look here. It says ages 14 and up. So make sure you are of age. Gargoyles Steel Clan Robot. And on the bottom, as they always do, NECA, they like to put the people responsible. So give credit where credit is due. These guys made a good figure, I think. I haven't opened it yet. We'll see. And then there is an image of the figure itself. And there's the actual figure looking freaking badass and sweet. Just can't wait to get into this thing. So without further ado, there's nothing left to do but to get into the packaging. And here we have the Steel Clan robot. And holy crap, is he huge. I was just holding him in hand and playing with him, and he just felt beefy, massive, heavy, and just so big. Like look how high he is. I can barely get him in frame here. I had to move him back on the screen here. Yeah, man, he looks so cool. This guy looks amazing. Let's start with some of his accessories though, which is these old hands right here, and they look even the level of detail on these hands is just so cool. Love the teal green going on with the dark silver and then the light silver, like 2 different types of like steel color, and it has, I don't know what kind of paint they use. It all looks so metallic. It looks so good. Like just these beautiful claws he's got going on. Amazing level of detail. I love this thing so far. And then he's got these other hands here. The I guess gripping hands or whatever. I don't know what they would be holding. I guess maybe they're grabbing a weapon or something like that, but it doesn't really come with anything that he would hold in these hands, I guess. But same level of detail, just amazing detail. I love the way this guy looks. And then these fisting hands right here, so I guess they can punch themselves a gargoyle in the face if they want to. Yeah, so that's what they're built for. They're built by Xanatos to fight the gargoyles. So cool. I cannot get over the level of detail. And then he comes with these effects, these blast effects, or they might be effects for like his jetpack, because they don't fly normally. They have jetpacks. So I think this would go in the back there to make him fly, or maybe on his feet. I can't remember. I gotta take a look at his feet to see if he has spots for these fire effects. But yeah, it looks really cool. Definitely cartoony looking fire effects. And this one here, I believe, goes to his back like a jetpack, and it would blast out. Looking really cool. It's see-through, so it's got that that see-through effect that a fire would have, but definitely more of a cartoony level of detail, I would say. And then he also has these 2 gauntlet gun cannons, I guess you could call these. So they would go where his wrists are. I don't know if the wrists come apart, how these go on, but I think a piece of the wrist kind of comes off. I think these kind of slot in, and it looks like these are just popped out. Like these are the weapons that they would use to shoot at the gargoyles, because gargoyles themselves don't actually have guns, but these guys, they do. They kind of cheat. They're not like the gargoyles in that way. But yeah, it looks really cool. Level of detail is just awesome. Love the just a beautiful paintwork, just so well done. Such an awesome level of detail on these things. And then the figure itself, oh my goodness, this thing, I don't know how well I'll get them in frame here, but you can see, look at the little level of detail on this thing. It's just so good. Definitely sculpted kind of like a Goliath, I guess you would say. That's what they kind of based these guys off of when they made them in the show. But look at that face, just menacing looking robotic face. So cool, so cool. And they got the horns and the ears and the red eyes, menacing looking snarl, and even like the long hair that Goliath would have. Did you really need to give these guys hair? Like so unnecessary in the cartoon, but I mean, it obviously adds to the look of these guys. And they got just, again, like the color of these things. They look like they're made out of metal. It is so cool. The dark, like grayish color, and then the lighter silver, and there's rivets holding it together, or screws. Just really awesome. And yeah, just really, like, look at these big old feet he's got going on, and these steel, like these wings are just so damn big, and they kind of have like a scissoring effect.
Scissor or something.
So that's how these work. So if I want them to kind of save up some space, I don't have to have them splayed out as big. I can have them kind of scissored in a little bit like that.
Scissor or something.
Looking really cool. And like even like the tips of these things, oh my goodness, I love the way this guy looks. He's gonna be hard to display because he's so darn big, but look at that. Look at the back of this guy, just amazing. Just too cool. Also, I guess, yeah, the blast effect would come there, and then you would have also the feet blast effects, which I probably won't be able to have because I don't have a flight stand to do that, if I'm gonna want that. And I don't know if I have a flight stand that'll support this guy. He's so darn heavy. But while we're here, let's look at some of his articulation, starting with the head. So the head only goes back so far because he does have that long hair like Goliath does. And then he goes forward that far right there. And then side to side. Really decent, actually. It's really well done. And a little bit of head swivel there. And then the arms go up so that these shoulders do go up like that. So it gives you a little more movement, a little more range of movement if you need. So decent movement there. There is a bicep cut. So you can swivel the arm like that. And then there is arm movement. Double jointed elbow. Or I think, look at that. It even has like ratcheted elbows like a machine would have. That totally works. That is so cool. Love that. And then the wrist moves like that. And does it go up and down? Yeah, it goes up like that and down like that. And then these do open somehow. I think they just pop off. Yeah, they just pop off. And there you go. You can have that wrist gun right there. That's where that would go. Cool. That's awesome. Put that back on there for now. And then let's look at some other articulation, like the ab. It's got ab crunch going on there. Some movement, yeah. And then, yeah, a little bit of side to side as well, too. And then he's got also the waist movement. Oh, man, this guy moves like a robot. He's just so cool. He's got decent splits going like that. Legs go forward quite a ways. He can go really well. He's very robotic, but he can move quite well. And then he can move back about that far. Yeah, about that far. Looks like double jointed knees as well. Oh, a little bit stiff, but there we go. Got him up there. Really good kick. Yeah, this guy is just really, really well made. And then he's got also the pivot point here at the bottom. Let's see, kind of a bit of a swivel right there. So yeah, you can rotate all the way around if you want to, like that. And then, yeah, up and down. So you got a bit of a toe point there, and he goes up like that as well. And then he's also got the toe articulation too, like the gargoyles seem to do as well. So that moves up like that and then down like that. So yeah, and then I guess you can also, the tail as well too, I can do that. So it swivels, plus it's also a bendy wire too, so you can kind of position it however you need to, because you're going to want to use that. You're going to need this for some balancing, because these guys are pretty massive and they do not stand well without them. So that's going to do it for looking at the articulation and his and all of his accessories. I'll compare him to some other figures that I have in this line and see kind of how he fares. So stay tuned with that. Okay, so I know this looks probably kind of lame, but this is basically the best I could do for a flight pose because I do not have a flight stand that is strong enough to hold this guy up. I do wish NECA would have maybe throw in a flight stand that would be able to handle this because, if you're going to have a flying character, maybe a flight stand would be nice. Just saying, NECA, you could totally do that. But this is him. He's got his wrist gauntlet thing going, and he's got his flames coming out the back and out of his feet. But yeah, he does not look really good in this flight stand. So I'll just kind of show you what he has got going on here. It looks really cool. If I could get a proper flight stand, this guy would look so badass. Oh my goodness. I love the way this guy looks. So cool. I mean, yeah, look at that. Imagine that. Imagine that just posed. Like, that would be so freaking cool, right? Wouldn't that just be awesome? I would love to have this guy posed like this, but I don't have a flight stand that'll handle him right now. Maybe in the future. So that's what he looks like with his flight pose and stuff going on. Okay, so this is just basically how he's probably going to be posed, is because he's got his wrist gauntlet going on. He's got no flight stuff going on, but he still looks really cool, really menacing. I do love the way this guy looks, even without the flight thing going on. Looks really cool. But let's compare him to some other figures in this line, starting with the smallest guy we got. That would be Lexington. Look at this guy. Just so cute. He's so tiny compared to this guy. Doesn't stand a chance, does he? Oh man, I do love this Lexington, and I really love this this Steel Clan dude. And yeah, I look at the size comparison, just really cool. Definitely different sizes and different feels in the hand. He feels a lot smaller. He feels so huge. But yeah, that's gonna do it for that guy. Let's toss in a human character. Here is Xanatos. Just opened him up recently, and he looks really cool. I think one of the cool things that they did is they also have like Xanatos's robot armor that you could also buy, so you could have him with this head like inside of one of these Steel Clan type robots. I'm assuming that I could probably swap this head and put it on there and make it look kind of like it's in his Xanatos armor. Just it's not red, obviously, because the red one is what his armor looks like. But I don't think I'm going to buy that one. I'm good with one Xanatos. I'm good with one robot guy. I don't need multiple of each. So I think that's something I'm going to try, though. I will try his head to see if it fits in there and see if it's the exact same thing or not. I do believe the red Xanatos armor is exactly the same as just different repaint. And so the last thing I will throw in here is, I guess, the inspiration for this guy, Goliath. The big main gargoyle of the series. And obviously I have him with his draped wings because I did not need those big old cumbersome wings going on. And they are actually basically the same size height-wise anyways. I think, yeah, they look about the same height. That's what it looks like to me. And yeah, they look so cool together. I think that they did a bang-up job with all these figures. I'm so happy with all of these gargoyle figures. They're so cool. And just look at them together. They definitely look like they belong in the TV show. Just really well done. I'm so happy with this. These guys. I know there's gonna be more figures in the line, but these are the definite that I have. The ones that I have opened on the channel and that I've shown on the channel are the ones that I definitely felt like I needed. I had to have. Other ones, if I get down the line, maybe not so much. I might get some here and there, like a Macbeth or something. Maybe even Angela. I'm not too sure. We'll see. But that's going to do it for this video. I am CountryBoy9 with an underscore in there somewheres. Go ahead and give me a like, give me a subscribe. I appreciate it. Share it, show some comments, give me whatever you got. I would love it. Love to see any interaction. And if you like this, maybe you'll like my other channel with my friends called Wasted Opinions. We have a blast. Go ahead and check us out. We have so much fun doing videos. That's going to do it. I am CountryBoy9. I put the sass in sarsaparilla. And if you can, just let me know. Whatcha Figure? here. This is the Steel Clan robot from the Gargoyles series. Ugh.